From the Eureka Classics range comes Duel to the Death, a 90-minute chop-socky, action-packed adventure movie that had me smiling from ear to ear all the way through it. The story, as much as I can gather, or as much as I'm willing to talk about in this, is all about a competition, something that happens every year between a Chinese fighter and a Japanese fighter to proclaim who is the best warrior. And we have our heroes as they are travelling towards this inevitable battle at the end of the movie, as they become friends, as they kind of help each other and realise each other's abilities, and we're looking forward towards this battle at the end of it. Now, it's not just a journey of these two characters, it's them having to go through various tests as they come up against this group of ninjas that are constantly getting in their way, constantly doing things. And there's a backstory of other things going on as well, which I won't really go into it, because one, I was a little bit lost while watching some of it, and two, it just gets completely mental and super fun at certain points, and a little bit abstract and bonkers that I just loved it. But of course I did wonder,
what the heck is going on here?
Quite a lot. But, you know, I had fun with Duel to the Death. One of the things about it straight away is the way it's filmed. There's an opening attack by ninjas, and I was a little bit taken back because there's moments where it looks as if the footage has been reversed to show them jumping into something where they've obviously jumped out of, and I was taken aback and wondering how it was going to go from here. But very quickly I loved the use of the ninjas and how they were used throughout this movie, and they are possibly key to most of my enjoyment in this one, because it's so ludicrous and over the top that I couldn't help by chuckling or just, you know, staring in disbelief at what was happening on screen. There are several moments that are absolutely jaw-dropping. There is a moment which, again, I'm still not sure how or why, but one of our characters bumps into a giant ninja. It seems to be about 12 feet tall, maybe even bigger, that somehow splits into 5 various ninjas. It's wonderful, it's completely unexplained, and we've just to take it as ninja magic, I think. Either way, I'm willing to go with it, because as a visual, it was stunning and jaw-dropping. We get ninjas on kites at one point as well, which I loved. We get ninjas carrying makeshift boxes with people inside them as they kind of fly through the treetops. But it never takes away from any of the joy of the movie. If anything, it adds to it, because this movie is mile a minute. It very rarely takes any time to stop and explain anything. We're either in a precursor to a fight sequence, the fight sequence itself, or an aftermath to the fight sequence, and it's rinse and repeat, and it's always wonderful. It's always different within the fight sequences, and they're always really enjoyable. And to see these two men who are on a journey of self-discovery. One man is going through the motions, looking for this fight he's been training for all his life, and suddenly coming to the realization that, why is he fighting? Why does this have to go ahead? Why can't he just be happy in his knowledge that he is an accomplished fighter and doesn't need to prove it? And he kind of discovers someone along the way that he could see a relationship with. We see the Japanese man who feels as though he has to be honourable towards this fight and get to there and achieve that honour by winning. But some people in his camp and his countrymen who want to be a little bit more devious in their dealings, who don't want to win fair. They're willing to cheat and to do the nasty as long as it gets them the result that they're after. This movie is an action-packed, super smile-inducing, fun action ride that I just utterly loved. I was very silly when I put this movie on. It was late at night. I didn't really have enough time to sit and watch another movie, but for some reason, Duel to the Death called me and I put it on. And it was like a wake-up call. I sat up way later than I should have with work the next day and just enjoyed this thing. So much so that I ended up going on and watching some of the extra material, which is lengthy within itself as well. Just looking at it, there was an interview, a brand new feature-length audio commentary, an interview with Manfred Wong, the screenwriter, which is the one I jumped onto, which was about 35-40 minutes, kind of talking about how he started his career straight from school. It was just incredibly fun. This movie was so joyful, so entertaining, the package was wonderful, the transfer was amazing, and I just loved it. What more can I say? Highly recommended. I'd love to know your thoughts on the movie. If you've seen it, what do you think of it? Do you love it, hate it? Was it just average for you? Is there better movies like this out there that you can recommend for me? I'd love to know. If you think I deserve it, hit this video with a like, subscribe and share if you haven't done so. There's content up here, you can check out more of my videos, and if you're feeling extra supportive, you can join the Patreon or the membership program, and it's greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.